We're going to begin by looking at two solids and determining if they are similar, if they are congruent, or neither. So if they're congruent, they're exactly identical. The heights are the same, the radiuses are the same, the lengths are the same. Whatever their dimensions are, their corresponding dimensions are all going to be congruent. If they're similar, they are proportional. So we would need to compare the dimensions to each other and see if they reduce down to the same ratio. So on these pyramids, I want to compare the heights. So the height of the small pyramid is 1 and the height of the big pyramid is 5. And then I'm also going to compare the lengths. So since I did small over big for the first fraction, I'm going to do small over big for the second fraction. So 2 over 10, which reduces to 1/5. So these are similar because they are proportional. And then it asks for us to find the scale factor from the left figure to the right figure. So what are we multiplying the left dimensions by in order to get the dimension on the right? What am I multiplying 1 by to get 5? My scale factor would be 5. Because 1 times 5 is 5, and 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, on number 2, well, if you notice, the radius of this left cone is 4.2, and the radius of the right cone is 4.2. So 4.2 over 4.2, that reduces to 1. And then the slant height of the left cone and the slant height of the right cone are both 12.3. So yes, they are similar because they are proportional, but not only are they similar, they're identical, they're congruent. And yes, they are similar. The scale factor is just 1 though, so you don't really worry about them being similar, because if they're congruent, they're also going to be similar. 3, these two spheres, we only have one dimension to compare. We have the radius of the left sphere, and we can put it over the radius of the right sphere. All spheres are similar, because if you're just like, think of it as like you're taking a beach ball and like making it bigger or smaller. Like all spheres are going to be similar because they only have one dimension. So all spheres are similar. That's the big idea here for spheres. All spheres are similar to each other if you're comparing two spheres. So then we just have to focus on our scale factor. 4 times what gives you 8. The scale factor for these two particular spheres is 2. And then we want to compare these prisms. I'm going to compare this bottom length to this one. So 2 over 1. Then I'm going to compare the heights. 4 over 3. 2 over 1 and 4 over 3. Those are not equal. So these are not similar and they're not congruent. They are neither.